Alright, so I found this old RC truck, in my basement, wasn't being used, kind of like a toy from my childhood. And I decided, let's open it up and see if it can be useful, let's use the motors, see if we can, use any of the parts. Why am I doing this? Honestly, I have some free time and just wanted to see how it worked. So you can see here I unscrewed it already, took out the screws that hold the frame together, and it's mostly hollow, just some wires that connect the servo motor and the other motor together. So then I took out the cover, exposed the PCB board, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And when you take a closer look at it, you can just see that there's two connections to it, right? One of them to just connect the motors. And underneath, there is the battery case that connects directly to it. You can see the silver prong. It attaches to the rest of them and just kind of connects the positive side, and it goes through all the batteries. That's its main power source. And then on the other side, you can see that the negative terminals there too. That part connects it to the negative side, so just powers it all right there. So I tried unscrewing it first. You can see here I'm trying to take it out. But I later realized that honestly it's better that it's kept in, and I just try to change its main power source. So it's running on AA batteries, right? 5 of them. And I just wanted to use a wire so I could plug it in with a USB. And after some intense research, basically using ChatGPT, I realized that I could just take my iPhone charger, which has around the same volts, like 5 volts, and it would also work. So you'll later see me taking the lightning cable and just breaking it off and exposing the wires, but I'll talk about that when I do it. So you can see I basically completely took it out, then took the remote control. I realized that there was just 2 buttons there and that it's all mostly just plastic covering it and empty space really. You can see it's the same way. The prongs, really positive and negative, just kind of power the whole controller. You can see the little buttons there too, forward, backwards. And we're at attempt number 1, which is using an Arduino power source. Attempt number 1, which is an Arduino power source. Now I really try to use a breadboard or connect the Arduino to the breadboard and use wires to power it, but it really didn't work out. I don't think I set it up correctly. I try to get some extra help to really just press the remote control to see if it would spin. I'm honestly just trying to test if it would work with another source of power instead of just the batteries. But after a short while, I realized it was not going to work, and it basically failed. Okay, thanks. That's it. Alright, so attempt 2. This is what I was talking about before. I used the power source as a cable, basically a USB cable. So you can see I stripped the wires. I kind of failed a couple times. It wasn't coming out properly, but the other 2 wires were pretty useless, or not. The other 2 wires are just for data, but I didn't need that right now. I just need the positive and negative one, which I assumed was the red and black one. Pretty sure, yeah. So basically expose those wires, and I kind of just connected them to those silver prongs that was connected to the battery case. And when I say connected, I really just mean I twisted them together because I don't have a solder machine and I don't know how to do that, and I don't really have any electrical tape either. So what's the worst that could happen? So you can see here I attached the wires from the Arduino to try and power it again.
Okay,
Still no
press the
luck.
button.
In fact, this wasn't really safe. You can see sparks kind of flying. Pretty sure that's not good. But yeah, that was another fail.
Okay.
Alright, so I basically gave up. I took a new RC car, tried to dissect this one, see if it would work. Had to charge it. But while this was charging, I realized I wanted to try one more time because I think I just didn't correctly give the proper power source. I didn't plug it into a wall. Maybe that's why, an outlet. So after I tried that, well, right now I'm trying to just connect it to my laptop. So after I plugged it into my laptop, you can see it finally worked after like 6 hours of trying to just figure this out. Yes, it took me 6 hours because I had no idea what I was doing. And it finally moved. So you can see the RC truck is moving a bit. You know, I'm using the remote control. It turns out that I just didn't use the antenna properly. So the remote control's antenna, like the long one, wasn't like properly up. So it wasn't actually connecting. Alright, so here's a short clip of how I basically set it up. Alright, took off the frame, cut the wires, took the battery out, replaced the battery case with the wire, so I just connected a cable to it. And now I tried attaching a small motor fan from the Arduino kit. Positive and negatives connected, added the fan, and put batteries into the remote control, rechargeable ones, so it's more efficient. And honestly, yeah, it worked. So I basically, you know, I could now control this fan with the remote control. Pretty useless, you know, not gonna lie, not like it's not enough to really just generate wind on a hot day, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Maybe, maybe, I don't really know. But yeah, if you liked the video, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, peace out.